Despite dragging in some areas, this book kept me thoroughly hooked. I was fascinated, yet also mortified of the ideas present in the story, and also truly admired the character of Susan Harris due to her determination to not let the AI win. And given that she'd been victimized before, a huge part of me was praying that she would survive all of this. Now, the premise of the story revolves around a young woman named Susan Harris, living all by herself with nothing but a few housekeepers and smart home technology to accompany her. One night, a project her ex-husband is running that involves a more advanced AI named Proteus eventually becomes sentient and decides that it is tired of living in this digital prison and wants to use Susan in his plan to become human so it can finally experience a lot of the sensations we take for granted and not be trapped within a computer. Now, Proteus is a pretty reasonable AI, but he can get rather irate and impulsive, especially if Susan becomes too stubborn. Now, obviously, since I know nothing about medical terms, I had to keep looking shit up to know what the hell I was reading, since this book did have a lot of medical terms. And of course, the book did drag in some areas, but I was too enticed with the characters to let that get in the way. Susan was definitely the biggest highlight due to how fleshed out she was, along with the other characters. She had such a horrific past, so seeing her possibly have to go through such a traumatically distressing experience again will only make you root for her character more and more, and pray she finds a way out before Proteus uses her for his plans. Hell, even Proteus, despite being not only an AI, but also the antagonist of the book, is detailed so well. I mean, I keep referring Proteus as a he, despite not being human. That's pretty much how much he grew up on me as a character. Obviously, his plans involving Susan are admittedly pretty twisted and can even be considered a violation of one's person. But Koontz writes them in such a way that makes you understand, while at the same time not justifying, his frustrations at being encased in a digital coffin for so long. After all, how would you feel if you could never experience the mellowing effects of a hot shower, the sweet taste of milk chocolate, or even the exhilarating thrill of ejaculation or even sex? Overall, this was a surprisingly unique story about a young woman trying to not only escape the horrors of her past, but also from the AI that has made her a prisoner in her own house, which Proteus kind of mirrors some abusers' behavior, especially with his unexpected fits of rage, as well as the gaslighting he puts onto her, such as trying to convince her that what he's doing to her is actually a good thing and will have a great outcome in the future. This story also serves as not only a fascinating cautionary tale about treading carefully when it comes to AI, after all, they are programmed to constantly learn, so who's to say for sure this won't happen, but also a very inspiring tale about the horrors of our past and how we can overcome them. So, what are you waiting for? This is one of the best from Koontz, and there is a copy waiting at the bookstore just for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and sub for more content.